Good morning, Neil. Well, I put the calipers on yesterday and refurbished them, and they're no longer binding. I come to bleed it up this morning, and obviously I took the lid off and I started putting the fluid into it because mainly it had all come out, and I started to bleed it, and a lot of gloop come up out of it. It was like, how can you say, it's like slime. And basically what's happened, obviously, when you've rode it and the brake's binding, it's actually boiled the brake fluid. That's why it was all gloopy and horrible. But I've cleaned it all out and it's all come out now, and it's all got fresh fluid in it. It's bled up a treat. The feel of the lever's good. And basically, I know you can't see it at the minute. Let me try and hold the bike up. The wheel does actually spin now without too much effort at all. So it's actually very good. So I'm happy with the brake. So I've come away from that situation for now, because I'm not disappointed with that. And I've come to look inside here. And obviously, like we said, the tab there for the headstock, for the locking bar that you can see is out at the minute, that thing. Well, come over to the bench. I've actually made this. This is actually the right dimensions. It's 3mm plate. I've measured all the bits and pieces from a frame we've got hanging up. So the next job now is to strip out all the front end and actually get it the headstock, so I can actually weld that part on and paint it all back up. That's what I'm about this morning. Like I say, I've had a couple of hours up here already, and I've just spent a bit of time making that plate. So at the minute we're actually on, what did I do yesterday, 6 hours, 2.5. We're on about 8.5, 9 hours at the minute. You know what it is an hour, so I'll let you know when it's all done. Obviously, after I've done the headstock, I'll be looking at the carburetor situation and getting it running. It wouldn't have ran very well with the brake binding anyway. It wouldn't have picked up like it should have done, because it would have just been dragging on that brake. But I'm glad I've sorted that bit out for you. I'm happy about that. There's a few issues with them. Obviously, they've been powder coated, and behind the shims, I know you can't see very well on this side. Let me have a look around here. Now you'll see there's a shim in there, and the alley bit that's part of the caliper, basically the powder coating with that thick, that makes that pin bind there, so this doesn't free float. This bit, that pin, it should float, that should float on this. That's the main brake caliper, and that's the bit that bolts onto your leg, and it should all float. And it didn't float for quite a few reasons, but the powder coating didn't help as well. So they've all been cleaned out and fettled, and it's happy. I've adjusted it all up, so we're good with that. So yeah, headstock time. I'll probably message you, give you a bit of an update later. Thanks for watching. Dilly dilly.